Greetings and welcome to the Gamer Hobbit. Today we're covering Immersive Vehicles by Don Bruce. Immersive Vehicles enables the player to assemble and drive a wide array of vehicles in Minecraft. Intending to be as immersive as possible, the mod factors in real-world physics, construction and maintenance for each vehicle to create an immersive and thorough experience when making and driving vehicles across your world. Before downloading this mod and getting straight into it, Immersive Vehicles doesn't add new vehicles by itself, but is the foundational mod that implements workstations, mechanics and controls in which vehicle packs rely on for their vehicles. New vehicles and their respective components instead come from vehicle packs, which offer a wide array of vehicles from a range of types and eras. Within this video, 3 vehicle packs will be showcased, alongside Immersive Vehicles to provide you some idea as to what these packs add. Now that you have a brief understanding as to what this mod truly does, the first thing to do is to create the mod's manual, which gives you a comprehensive guide on understanding the many aspects the mod brings, such as learning about vehicle assembly and destruction, to learning how to drive cars and pilot planes. From there, it's all a matter of gathering materials and planning to make your first vehicle. Due to how many vehicle packs are available, Immersive Vehicles has separate crafting benches to make the crafting process as effective and simple as possible. Each crafting bench that is added serves a particular role for the manufacturing of vehicle parts. Each vehicle pack will have its own tab within the bench, making it easier to scour through vehicle parts to make. Vehicle benches act as the backbone of vehicle manufacturing, where the structural framework of vehicles are crafted, which will inform players as to what components they need to craft from the other workstations. Engine benches are solely responsible for making engines, like gasoline, diesel and avgas engines. Doesn't matter what type of vehicle you want to make, the engine bench is a necessity if you want to get the vehicle moving. The instrument bench contains all forms of instruments to measure attributes of vehicles, displaying fuel levels, engine temperature, vehicle speed and more. Without these installed, it will be impossible to determine what is happening with your vehicle. Seat and cargo benches are for making seats and different storage devices to attach to your vehicles, including crates, barrels or external fuel tanks. Wheel benches act primarily for creating wheels of all shapes and sizes, but is also the station that makes skids and pontoons for aerial craft, like seaplanes. The propeller bench is responsible for the creation of propellers and rotors for aerial craft. The gun bench is the means of creating anything related to weapons, able to make turrets, heavy guns on missile racks, and munitions like bullets, shells, or missiles. The decor bench can let players make cosmetic blocks to spice up a build. Whilst most of what this bench offers is purely for decoration purposes, blocks like the fuel pump can be functional blocks. Like the decor bench, the custom bench acts as a means to craft pieces to stylize vehicles, such as logging beds for trucks, hardtop roofs, and signs for food trucks. The component bench acts as the other category for the vehicle stations, where miscellaneous items which don't necessarily revolve around vehicles are made. Most vehicles will require a component from at least one of each bench, so it's probably best to make these as soon as you're able to. Whilst the benches will prove vital for making vehicles, having little to no knowledge on them can be hard to figure out what pieces are required for what vehicle. Fortunately, the parts scanner can come into play, able to scan the framework of vehicles to determine what elements it needs to work properly. Components are compatible with the vehicle if the frame is highlighted in green and can be fitted to the frame. Parts that need replacing can be removed from a vehicle using a wrench. Wrenches also allow players to add instruments to their vehicle and even pick them up. Once the parts are crafted, the vehicle will be nearly ready to go. Depending on what type of vehicle was made, a different approach must be undertaken to prevent damaging or blowing up the vehicle. Ground vehicles, like cars and trucks, must be filled up near a fuel pump. For this mod, lava acts as the universal fluid type for fuel. Fluids from other mods can also work, but some liquid types, such as ethanol from Immersive Engineering, would only work on gasoline engines. Some engines will consume more fuel than others, requiring them to be refilled more frequently. Once filled up, the car or truck is controlled with the following keybinds and is ready to drive. Ground vehicles drive best on relatively flat and hard surfaces, as they can get stuck quite easily. Take care when driving a ground vehicle, as components like the engine can lose power or overheat quickly if mistreated. Aerial vehicles like airplanes will also need fuel, but unlike ground vehicles, they cannot fly immediately. Aeroplanes require long flat runways to gain enough lift for them to commence liftoff. The lighter the plane is, the easier it is to control. Throttling up will increase the speed of the plane. Once it's ready to lift off, pitch upwards. From there, the plane can increase in altitude or can stabilize to how you like, with the following keybinds. Once you're at a stable altitude, sit back, relax, and enjoy cruising through Minecraft, preferably away from mountains. Now that the core elements of immersive vehicles is covered, it's time to show what these vehicle packs can offer. As the name suggests, Immersive Vehicles' official vehicle pack is the official pack for immersive vehicles, adding a mixture of cars, trucks, and planes to craft, alongside a wide array of vehicle components to create. Not only does this pack add in new vehicles and their components, but it also adds decorative blocks like traffic lights and signs to provide additional options to transforming your world to a modern city. Hero Aviation Helicopter Pack is one kind of pack that introduces a new vehicle type, helicopters. Within this pack, a few types of helicopters are up for assembling, with an assortment of helicopter parts to build, from new instruments and engines to rudder blades and skids. Helicopters take a different approach to taking off, having to lift off the ground immediately rather than gaining enough speed to lift off. Like in real life, helicopters are challenging to pilot, and require a bit of time before you can properly fly them. Turbo's random packs add a small selection of cars and food trucks to assemble, with new components like removable roofs, food truck accessories, and various burger and soda related items. It may not have as many vehicles compared to other vehicle packs, but is still just as fun to use. Immersive Vehicles is a sophisticated yet immersive and engaging mod. The attention to detail with these components is incredible, from learning to flying a plane to as simple as opening a car door. Its complexity isn't too daunting fortunately, for there is the manual, vehicle workstations, as well as item tooltips that provide you knowledge about using a particular item or knowing the specifications of a vehicle part. Driving a vehicle is fun enough, but going as far as to managing and assembling your own vehicle makes this mod even more engaging and rewarding, although it can be hard to see which parts you need for some vehicles. Not only does this mod play great solo, but it plays even better with other players, and the wide array of vehicle packs up for installing makes this mod all the more enjoyable. Thanks to Don Bruce and the additional pack makers for making this intricate and entertaining mod and its vehicle packs, and links to download them are in the description below. And that is all for today. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.